Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTCs, P0351, P0352, P0353, and P0354 indicate various ignition coil circuit malfunctions in a 2022 and newer Honda Civic. Specifically, P0351 refers to the number 1 cylinder ignition coil circuit malfunction, P0352 to the number 2 cylinder, P0353 to the number 3 cylinder, and P0354 to the number 4 cylinder. When these errors are present, the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, detects that the return signal from the corresponding ignition coil does not change when the ignition is triggered, suggesting an abnormality. This may lead to issues in the vehicle's performance, such as misfiring or poor acceleration. Knowing the correct diagnostic procedures is essential to identify and repair the root cause effectively. The ignition coils are critical components in the ignition system of the Honda Civic, as they convert the low battery voltage into the high voltage necessary to ignite the air-fuel mixture in the engine cylinders. Each cylinder has its own ignition coil, namely number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. The ignition coil relay controls the power supply to all 4 ignition coils. If this relay becomes faulty, it can lead to failures in ignition coil operation, resulting in DTCs P0351 through P0354. The Powertrain Control Module, PCM, also plays a vital role by monitoring the ignition coil's performance signals and managing their operation. The PCM is usually located in the engine compartment, secured in a way to ensure durability against engine vibrations and heat. Several factors can lead to the ignition circuit malfunctions indicated by DTCs P0351 to P0354. Open circuits could arise from broken or disconnected wires, preventing the ignition coils from receiving necessary voltage. Conversely, short circuits might occur when wires touch each other or ground, causing unexpected voltage returns that confuse the PCM. Faulty ignition coils themselves may also fail, leading to inadequate signal changes when ignited. It's important to consider all these potential causes during diagnosis to ensure an effective repair. When these DTCs are triggered, certain symptoms are commonly observed in the affected Honda Civic. Engine misfires result from the ignition coils not generating the necessary sparks to ignite fuel, leading to erratic engine behavior. Drivers may notice poor acceleration as the engine struggles to produce the power it normally could due to faulty ignition. Additionally, the check engine light will typically illuminate on the dashboard, alerting the driver to the need for technical inspection. Recognizing these symptoms early can help prevent further complications. Starting with DTC P0351, the first step in troubleshooting involves testing the ignition coil relay. This relay acts as a switch that allows current to flow to the ignition coils. Next, the external circuit needs inspection, focusing on the IG1 IGN circuit responsible for powering the ignition coils. If either the relay or this circuit fails to operate correctly, it can lead to a malfunctioning coil circuit. This may require a visual inspection followed by electrical testing to ensure proper connectivity and functionality. For DTC P0352, the subsequent troubleshooting step requires verifying the ignition coil relay's operation again, ensuring it distributes power effectively to the ignition coils. Following this, the IGN02 circuit, which supplies voltage to the second ignition coil, is inspected. This step involves checking for continuity and proper voltage levels using a multimeter. The PG coil circuit, which is responsible for ground return, must also be assessed to confirm that it is functioning correctly. thereby preventing misdiagnosis of the ignition coil's performance. Moving to DTC P0353, the ignition coil relay is tested again to ensure consistent operation. Attention shifts to the IGN03 circuit, where an inspection of this feed line takes place to verify its integrity and voltage supply. Also, checking the ground circuit is necessary, as poor grounding can create elevated resistance levels, impacting the ignition coil's function. Each of these tests provides critical data in narrowing down whether the ignition coil itself is faulty or if the wiring is to blame. For DTC P0354, the same process is applied to verify the relay. The IGN04 circuit is inspected, focusing closely on any breaks or damage that could disrupt the power supply to the fourth ignition coil. Additionally, the ground circuit is evaluated to ensure a solid return path is established. Since all misfires can stem from the same root cause, reinforcing this testing routine offers high reliability in accurately diagnosing the problem. Ensuring continuity in all required circuits directly correlates with timely and effective repairs. The subsequent troubleshooting step includes inspecting the ignition coils themselves. A crucial method is to install a known good ignition coil in place of the suspect coil. This crucial test helps eliminate the ignition coil as the source of the problem conclusively. Testing with coils from other cylinders can further confirm whether the issue migrates, indicating the coil is indeed faulty. If the failure symptom persists, this implies that other related components may need examining, while if the symptoms clear, it's a definitive indication of a faulty ignition coil. The final troubleshooting step involves inspecting the powertrain control module, PCM. Proper connectivity to the PCM is essential for the ignition coils to receive adequate signals. Testing the signal outputs of the PCM can reveal if it successfully communicates with each ignition coil. If the signal outputs are normal, but the DTCs persist, it's likely that the PCM itself has suffered a failure, requiring replacement or reprogramming. Understanding the integral relationships within the ignition system is paramount as it ensures efficient diagnosing of the ignition circuit. After implementing repairs, it's essential to verify that the DTCs have been successfully addressed. Start by clearing the codes from the PCM, eliminating any previous fault entries. Following this, a road test should be executed to evaluate the engine's performance under various conditions, ensuring no misfires occur. During the test, monitoring data from the PCM is essential to confirm proper ignition coil operation and that the issue does not reoccur. This verification step is critical for ensuring confidence in the completed repair. To mitigate the chances of encountering issues related to ignition coil circuit malfunctions in the future, regular inspections of the ignition system components are advised. Quality components and replacement parts play a vital role in guaranteeing long-term reliability. Thus, using OEM parts when possible is wise. Additionally, carrying out timely repairs based on observed symptoms or DTCs can prevent breakdowns and ensure optimal performance. Implementing this preventive maintenance strategy will enhance the vehicle's efficiency and longevity. In conclusion, a thorough understanding of Diagnostic Trouble Codes P0351, P0352, P0353, and P0354 is essential for effective vehicle repair. By following a structured troubleshooting approach, technicians can identify the root cause of ignition coil circuit malfunctions accurately. Ensuring the integrity of the entire ignition system is crucial, as each component plays a significant role in overall performance. Additionally, applying preventive maintenance techniques can prolong the life of the ignition system and capture potential problems early. please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.